And that's the way we're kicking off Send It Sunday this week. Oscar, 6 years old. Let that sink in. 6! At 6! He's been on the channel before. He actually got a fair few views, and actually since he was on the channel before, he's got some new sponsors. Yes, Boardwise from the UK, one of the biggest shops in the UK, have teamed up with Fanatic and Duotone, and they've helped him out with a bit of gear. So that is so good to see. And they're not just doing it out of charity. This guy is ripping. 6 years old. He's been over in Cape Town. And he's just touched 17.1 knots on the inflatable rig. Is that a record? Let me know. I tell you what, it's got to be a record for a 6-year-old. Definitely. He's also been out in the waves. Yeah, there's a few bits of him in some little waves coming through. He's been working on his water starts. On land. He's going to take it to the water very soon. Actually, by the time you are seeing this video, he's probably already got one. But how is the speed on that rig? I think that's an 85-litre skate. Absolutely flying along. What do you think that bloke's thinking? What do you think he's thinking? Maybe you're watching when he flew past you thinking, oh my God, 6 years old. Crazy, crazy how young they start. But also, it's crazy how old they go. Now, who do you think is the oldest windsurfer in the world? Well, I tell you what, we've just had news from Poland that 89-year-old, he's 90 on April, I think the 28th. I'm not sure that's right, but Mr. Dudek, yes, probably to call him 90 years old. At 90 years old, if he sails a couple of times a week or something like this, or a couple of times a month, he can go into the Guinness Book of Records, apparently. Is there anyone else out there older than 90? Could you be in the Guinness Book of Records? Or is Mr. Dudek the man? I mean, pretty impressive stuff. I think he's been windsurfing 40 years. So he started when he was 50. It's kind of a late starter, but so good to see. I mean, where he's sailing, it doesn't look windy. But look at the smile on his face. He's living the dream, isn't he? He is loving life. He's at the club. I think it's in Gdynia in Poland. And, you know, you can just see the smile on his face. He is loving it. I'm sure it's like one of those, you know, deals when I've had it before. The news comes round and they go, right, we've got to go sailing. Like, there's no bloody wind. But you have to go out anyway just to get the pictures. But cool to see. 90 years old. We'll be seeing him in this Guinness Book of Records soon. But let me know if you know any other old senders out there. Be looking forward to hearing from you. So yeah, no wind in Poland, but I'll tell you where there has been wind. In Switzerland. Check out these pictures. Yeah, Christian sent these in. I can't remember the photo credit, but this is Timothy having it on the Swiss lakes. Yeah, I think this is near Geneva, going off some serious waves on the lake. And I also saw an Instagram post from Pauline Katz. She has also been over there. Now, she's been spending a lot of time in warmer climes. You know, Cape Town, I've just seen her there, actually ripping it up. But she was out on the lake. Looking at this picture. Yeah, exactly. It looks pretty nippy. But just check out the waves. Yeah, Pauline Kratz, obviously sailing on Severn Sails. Leads us on to the sponsors of this week's Send It Sunday. SevernSharp.com. Yeah, they're still supporting Send It Sunday. Right, where else has been going off around the world? Well, I tell you what, Cape Verde is making a comeback. Yeah, ever since the World Cup was there last year. Yeah, last year. It feels like it's back on the radar. The usual suspects are there. Kai Kachadorian, yeah, the Simmer-style rider. I can't even remember how many years he's been on Simmer-style, but I think he's the longest serving sponsored rider in the world. He's got to be. And he has got some gear that he keeps over in Cape Verde. And when he sees a forecast, he goes off on a mission. And he has been scoring. Also over there, Victor Fernandez. He made the trip last year before the competition. And he said, I spoke to him a few times, said he's really liking it. He's gone back this year. Obviously, there's no PWA there this year. It was looking like it was on, but in the end, it didn't happen. The first event on the PWA tour will be Omazaki in Japan. More on that in a second. But also, I saw Korto, another simmer rider over in Cape Verde with Adrian Bosson. Adrian Bosson, did you see that aerial picture? Oh my God, that thing is absolutely massive. Apparently taking it easy because he was a little bit injured. Well, and Korto, I think, sent a video. I put it on Instagram, and you could just see, I think it's Alibaba from the top, you could just see the lines coming down. I tell you what, Cape Verde feels like it's people are remembering how good it is. Is it going to get busy in the next couple of winters? I think so. I think so. So more to do with the PWA I was talking about before. Omazaki, first PWA IWT, like combined event we're going to see. It's going to be the opening event. There's been a few mutterings online. Jules Donnell, I don't think he's going. I don't read French, but I looked at a Facebook post which was basically saying, look, you know, we've gone from 3 events a year. All the contracts from sponsors has been done. And now we've got 8 events or whatever it is, 7 events. So a lot of riders trying to ask for other sponsors, outside sponsors to come in and maybe help put together so they can do the whole tour. So if you're out there, any sugar daddies looking to sponsor some riders, I'm sure there's a few PWA, IWT riders that might need a bit of help. Right, what else have we got to talk about? Well, I definitely think we got to talk about this. Oh, yes, this is Vincent. I think he's from San Fran, from the Bay Area. He was over in Maui. This is Kihei, sailing with a newfound mate, Sergio. And I think he went past him in the first place. I don't know what he was saying. Maybe go, hey, look at my helitack. And then he had a close look at the helitack. That mast, oh my God, how close is that? Yes, just from that angle, you think that could have been so wrong. Sergio could have been having a mast planted on his head, but in the end, it was all smiles. But great for sending that in. Love to see it. Love to see it. Sometimes, you know, in that situation, you might have to bail out over the side, and that brings us on to a new feature. Now we're bringing it back. It's Spot the Bale. Yes, what you have to do is check out this picture. Yeah, this is a picture from Cape Town. Marlene took this, and we have our rider, Tommy, and you just have to tell me which number is the official bale. I've put 7 in there. Could be number 1, could be number 2, could be number 3, could be number 4, 5, 6, or it even could be number 7. If you know the answer, which bale that is, which is the official Tommy bale, the picture that Marlene caught, let me know in the comments below. You've got to be a member. If you're a member, you can win a hat. If you're not a member, don't put member. You can play along for fun. Just put it in the comments below which number you think it is. If you're a member, you want to win a hat. Okay. If you're not a member, you want to support the channel, you want to keep these videos coming, you can chip in some beer money like these legends. Yes, they chipped in some beer money this week, and they are now members and supporting the channel guilt-free. Yeah. All right. Okay. What else have we got? Well, I tell you what. Have you seen this from Tilo International? This is bonkers. A foiling tandem. Now, you might think this is a custom thing. It's not. It's in production. How freaking mad is that? And actually, they said it's pretty stable, pretty solid. It's got Tilo on the front, maybe Dione on the back. Dione Guadagnino, he's the guy you want on the back, isn't he? But yeah, cruising around, making it look easy. Are we going to bring the tandems back this summer? Obviously, the foiling tandem there, but what about the normal tandem? Because sailing alone, well, it's got its pluses, but I do like sailing with someone. The tandem is the answer. You just chuck someone on front, have a good old nap, and maybe go some long distance cruising. What do you think? Okay, I've got one last video to show you. Now, I'm going to montage this together because this is the progression video. Now, this is from Nicholas. He's Italian, spends a lot of time in Carpathos, and he's put this video together from 2016 to 2022. Now, just check out this when he he first starts, he's up hauling, he's got no harness, he's cruising around. But when you watch the progression over the years, I mean, I've got to give like a caveat here, because he is going to Carpathos. It's a windy place. He was sailing 5 days a week, maybe 3 to 5 hours a day, you know, putting in the work over the summers, and it definitely paid off. Just check out some of these moves. I mean, to go from 2016, I think even in the next year, 2017, he pulls off his first Vulcan and his first Spock. Yeah, absolutely crazy. And then as the video progresses and you see what he's doing now, it's absolutely bonkers. But I think that's got to be encouragement. Obviously, everyone learns at different speeds. He's obviously a fast learner, but it just goes to show if you can get consistent conditions, you put in the work, you've got the tenacity, that go for it attitude, you could be doing some of this in about 4 or 5 years. Mental, absolutely mental. Massive thanks to everyone watching the show. Only one thing left to say, that no matter where you are in the world, don't forget to send it.